After a long day, you come back home and you're convinced you'll be able to make at least 500 diamonds with your shop. So you hop on Animal Jam, you go to the most populated server, and then you start advertising. After a few tries, you go back to your den and then you realize, no one's been here after hours. What did you do wrong? Well, in this video, I'll be giving you the best tips and tricks to successfully advertise and sell your items. Make sure you watch until the end to get the results of these tricks. Alright, first tip I'm gonna tell you guys. Avoid Alden. Just avoid it. Honestly, there's too many people in here. The only exception I would tell you guys to go to Alden would be if you're actually selling long spikes. Because the long spikes are usually pretty expensive, so a minimum of 300 diamonds. And usually the richer you are, the more often you'll be in Alden. So unless you're selling long spikes, just avoid Alden. There's way too many people. You see there's already one here, there's probably another one here. There's so many advertisements, not necessarily about shops, but just so many pop-ups, and people will just get overwhelmed. They'll probably miss your advertisement, even if it's in capital letters. So if you're someone who just casually, walks by, you won't necessarily pay attention to all of these bubbles. So just avoid it, and also it's just a pain to find like a nice spot to be able to give access to your name so people can click on. Surprisingly, Jamar and Alden currently is semi-quiet, but you see there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bubbles, 8 bubbles, 9 bubbles. It just, it keeps going. Like, everyone is here just to advertise. So yeah, that would be my very first tip. I would definitely recommend you guys to go into a 3 populated, so a 3 little dot populated server, such as right now Tigress. That usually is the best. Or else, Congo, Ramu, Draw as well. Just last resort, I would say Alden. Ideally a 3 dotted server. So obviously the second tip, I kind of mentioned it earlier, just get a flying animal if you have the chance for it. As soon as you get a flying animal, it makes it way much easier. You can go right here, like there's so much potential to where you can go to a safe, quiet, not safe, but a quiet area, where you won't necessarily, get overwhelmed by other people also advertising. Ideally, you want to go where this pink owl is, or this pink flamingo. Those are the 2 best spots. They're usually the first spots people see whenever they spawn in. Whenever you're right here, they'll usually go from the pink owl first and then you. So unless you have a really entertaining ad going on, they'll probably go towards the pink owl before they go to yours. Same thing on the other side right here. They'll probably go to this pink flamingo over these flamingos right here. My third little tip right here would just be to put some effort into your den when it comes to the stores. I mean, sure, it's fun to have like the shop right here as soon as you spawn into someone's den, but also like just having a nice vibe to it is really nice. Organizing your items, that's a really good bonus. You don't need masterpieces, honestly. I used to just have 2 separate, so the left side was the dens, the right side were the clothing, so you don't need to invest into these signs. You can if you want. That's obviously a really helpful tool, but it's not necessary as long as it's separated, so these are my random items, clothing random items. I mean, these are my clothing betas, and this one I simply have a den item, so mixed with the den betas. So yeah, left and right, I recently added these signs right here, and recently added a donate sign right here. That's a bit further off because it's not, like something that I'm promoting necessarily. It's just if someone actually wants to look around, and happen to find this donation spot. But mainly they'll just fly here and then click on these, which is fine by me. That's perfect. I also want to add, this little thing right here to make myself original, which comes to my 4th tip. Be original when you advertise. Like I started saying, this is one of the little art. By the way, don't judge my art. I really suck at art. This is one of my examples here. Whenever I advertise, I ask people to write down a review on my wall. And surprisingly, there's a lot of people who have done so. So right here, we can see a lot of people who left little reviews, you know, and it's not necessarily useful, but it's just something different that we don't often see, and it's fun, you know. It makes it more fun to go shopping into someone's den, being able to review, like if it was a Google review, you know. So it's pretty cute, it's fun. So that's my original little idea right here, but you can use whatever you want, as long as it's different than my my den, sorry. So, you know, some people are going to offer gifts, which also encourages people to go shop at their den versus others. Some people will put out their prices when it's very low. For example, my den betas are only 14 diamonds. Usually it's minimum 15. So I could easily advertise that if I want to, you know, get rid of my den betas. So that's one of the examples. So yeah, just get a creative with your advertisement. Make sure, you know, you're in a clear spot and you're not in a too like busy server, or else you're just gonna get overwhelmed by other advertisers as well. Also, this is just a bonus tip. I would definitely encourage you guys to use this fandom page, Animal Jam Item Worth Wiki. It'll be linked down in my description if ever you guys need it. But if ever you're specifically trying to sell items such as, let's say, long collars, I said long collars because it's the very first ones I saw. Take advantage of this page and go put a picture or advertise your shop in this comment section. I would say like maybe once a day. If it gets overwhelmed, especially in the long spike area, it probably gets overwhelmed very, very fast. But yeah, you can see a lot of people are advertising their items. Some people are selling, some people are trying to trade their items as well, but mainly sellers. But yeah, that's a good way to advertise your shop outside of Animal Jam. As well, if you're in any Discords, you can advertise there. They have a specific sections for that. But yeah. Alright, it's officially time to put all of these tips together and see what we get as a result. Obviously, I have a login error, so I'm just gonna have to restart everything and then we'll jump right into it. Alright, so I ended up realizing that my character was invisible, but yeah, I ended up logging out. Now I'm in this server, which is Nile again. I spawned right here in Grand Canyons and I was able to get 3 people right away in my shop, since as you can see no one else is advertising. So as soon as you spawn in, the first thing you'll see is my advertisement, and there's enough people spawning in to keep things going. But right now it's starting to actually, you know, become slower. No people are actually spawning in, so I'll wait for a few seconds, but I'll probably go in Animal Jam in Jama directly. Yeah, here there's like no one else here, so I'll just go ahead and go in Jama, put my ad right away, start dancing, and let's wait and see how many people are able to join. So here we got 2. So far, the most I've had in one session are 8 people. I'm not sure if that's considered a lot, but it also happens very often. So I would say that's pretty good. I do see here there's a lot of people with ads. There's this person advertising that I have to block. Let me move up a little bit so I can be more eye-catchy, as long as my name is available. So here we go, already back to 3 people. 4, oops, I did not mean to go to my shop. And someone stole my spot. Here we go, let's just try this again. See, people are like blocking me right now. 4 people. it's very consistent. It's a consistent number of people, so it's always between 2 to 4. Sometimes it can go over. Obviously, sometimes it's gonna be way more quieter. So you have to adapt. You know, you can't just go AFK. If you actively want to make diamonds as fast as possible, this would be the best way to do so. So as soon as after a few ads, there's, you know, not many people spawning back in, it's getting quiet, or there's, on the contrary, too many people advertising their own ads, it would be time to change servers. You know, don't be scared to change and go around the servers. And again, you can always go to Alden if you want, but there is a lot of people advertising there, so less chances for people to actually click on your name. But yeah, that would be my best way to advertise your dens. This way, it actually gave me enough diamonds to be able to get 2 reds right here and this black long. So that's a total of, I believe, 2k diamonds in the last 2 days, not even in the last day or so. So yeah, that's a very efficient way of doing it. If you guys end up trying these tricks, let me know down in the comments if they helped at all. And if ever you guys have any tips and tricks of your own, please let us know so we can all make a bit more diamonds, because obviously this economy is a bit hard to make diamonds these days. A lot of competition. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope you guys have a great day.